Yeah.
Started.
So welcome everyone. It's been a very long time I didn't do any interview. Now I have a special guest called Akash Garg, who's a best-selling author of Massive Action Taker. So I just want to learn from him the insights, what is all about massive action taking, what is mission. So how can he help us in understanding how massive action will help us to reach our goals and achieve whatever things we want. So with this, I want to welcome Akash. Thanks for coming in for my accepting my request. So before Akash, what is this massive action taking book is about? Can you give some introduction about you? Who are you? Why? What made you to write this book?
Yeah, sure. Thank you so much for having me, Umesh. When you requested me to come to your interview, so I have been following your content for a long time, and especially the digital marketing stuff, the online course creation stuff, the Facebook marketing stuff, the things that you are doing. It's amazing, and in this digital era, in this information age, we all require such knowledge.
Yeah.
And yes, rightly said, I am the guy who wrote the book How to Become a Massive Action Taker. The reason I think massive action or action taking is very important is that we all have certain ideas, we all have certain information, we all have certain dreams, but the biggest superpower that anyone can have in this time, in this world, in this space is to convert your ideas into tangible results
Yeah.
through the power of action.
Yeah.
So idea is good, but idea is not worth even a dime if you cannot convert that into a result. But when you are able to convert that into a result, if you think that you want to earn 5 lakh rupees annum, you are starting from zero, and you convert that into a result, then you can start thinking, oh, can I even earn 8 lakh rupees? Then you can convert that into a result. Then you can even think, what about 12 lakhs now? Yes, possible. Convert into a result. What about 25 lakh? Possible. Convert that into a result. And then it's just a matter of time that you start thinking big, and the figure can go anywhere.
Yes. So I know like you are a CA chartered accountant. I came to know. But how come a chartered accountant become a author? What made you to write this book?
Thank you for asking this question. Actually, yes, I wanted to share this to your audience also.
Yeah.
So there are two, three things in this. The first thing is why I did chartered accountancy. See, I was always a very introvert kind of a person, and very a person who was not very confident, right? So when you take commerce in your 11, 12, then you are left with limited option. One is you can go for BCom and BBA. For that, you will have to go to college. I was scared of going to college. I was scared of getting bullied, right? I was scared whether I'll be able to make friends or not. I had this mentality. You will say, ki, Akash, how come this transformation? We'll come to that. That's the third part of the story. But the first part is I was scared of that.
Yeah.
Now, for me, the safest option was CA, because in CA, you don't need to go to any college. You can just enroll for the course, and they give you books. You can take online classes, or you can go to the classes, take tuitions and all, study, go to the office and become a CA. Yes, the course is difficult, but I had this ability. If I'll get a book, I can read it and I can pass the exam. So at the age of 22, I became a CA. But did I do really well after becoming a CA? No.
Hmm.
I started off with a job for only 22,000. Now just imagine a person who is brought up in Delhi, right? Not coming from a small village, brought up in Delhi. A person who became a CA at the age of 22, first attempt. That person is accepting a job of 22,000 in a bullish market, in a market with best jobs. My
Yeah.
friends were all having jobs for 50,000, 60,000, 70,000. I was happy with the first offer that I got landed, because I thought there is no future after this. If I reject this offer, I might never get a job ever entire in my entire life. I was that pessimistic. So I took that job. But then, some things happen in my life. We lost a lot of money in real estate, Umesh. My father has been in job from last 40 years, and
Hmm.
my mother had a dream that we wanted to live in a comfortable house, in a better house. So we had bought a real estate property, and my dad
Okay.
had put all the savings that we had. I had no savings. I was uh, very young at that time. We had put all the savings that we had in that house, under construction house, and we had even taken a loan of 18 lakhs for that. You won't believe, man. Things turned in such a bad way. The builder filed for bankruptcy. The
Hmm.
builder went belly up. All the
Okay.
money gone. Just imagine the plight of a person who had invested everything that he had, even if his PF money, 80% of the PF money, into one place, and the whole basket is gone.
Hmm.
The builder is saying, I will not pay, you put me in jail, I will not pay, I don't have money. We had no choice. Matlab, my parents were in such a bad shape. Uh, they were so depressed. The whole atmosphere at my place was so bad, man. Matlab, I didn't even realize how to react, how to talk to them. They were always earlier chirpy, talking, taking care of me. Now they were like becoming old every day. I could
Yeah.
see that within a period of 3 to 4 months, they had aged 10 years. 10 years, man, in a matter of 3 to 4 months. It was painful. Then I thought,
Yeah.
I had few conversations with my father, with my mother. They really needed that desperate help. They needed me to, become the man of the house. So that time I realized that I think I should start wearing the pants now. I should start becoming a leader. This house needs a leader. And I don't have any brother or sister. I'm the only guy who could have done it for us. And I took the responsibility. I started reading books. I started attending seminars, you know, the usual stuff, motivational videos. That was the only thing that I had. But, when I heard Tony Robbins, when I heard Jim Rohn, when I heard them saying it's possible, they also came from that zero, and it's possible. That gave me a belief. And belief is very powerful. Once a man starts believing, that person can change anyone's life, even his own life. I started believing, started doing a lot of things, experimenting a lot of things. I failed a lot of times. Everything was not working, only a few things working. I kept on experimenting, and finally I thought, yes, now this is it. This is working. This formula is working. It worked for me. I hopped my jobs, one job after another. I did part-time work. The last salary that I had last year when I quit my job, it was 18 lakhs per annum. From 22,000, in 4.5 years, I reached to 18 lakhs,
Great. Yeah.
right? And that was the time for me to grow to the next level in job. But I thought this is the time for me to quit also. Because अगर अभी नहीं किया, अभी हाई पे जाके क्विट नहीं किया, तो लो पे आने की वेट नहीं करूंगा मैं. अब हाई पे क्विट किया तभी तो मोमेंटम बनेगा. थॉट changed. My thought changed, man. I thought ki now when I can reach from 22,000 to 1.5 lakh rupees in 4 years, now what else can I do with this information? And that was the time I realized the power of massive action, that massive actions that I had taken in my life. That is the time that I started writing my book, and that is the time I started launching my courses, and that is the time this new life began.
Wow, that's a great inspirational action that you have taken. So yeah, every family has this kind of struggle going on, but few people just live by that. But you have taken a massive action, and it's really inspiring and heart touching for me. So now you have taken action and you have realized and everything happened, and now you have become an author. You are helping other people. But let's say like there are other people in the society as well
Yeah.
who have similar kind of problems, most often financial problem or relationship problem, but they just live by that.
Yes.
So like you when you came across these kind of people, what could be the reason why they are still living with that kind of situation even though they know that that's not going to work for them? Is there anything that you have observed?
Yes. Very good question, Umesh. Actually, there are two types of people. One type of people are who don't believe that they can do anything. Okay? They don't have any dream. If they are at a salary of 15,000, 15,000, 20,000, they're okay. They're, okay, this is my life, this is my destiny, I agree. There are certain second kind of people also, and they are in majority now. They are the ones who have a salary of 15, 20, 25,000, but they say that we dream to become big in life. We want to earn 50 lakh rupees. We want to earn 1 crore rupees, even more, even beyond. They have that mindset. Now,
Yes.
the approach for handling both the kind of people is different, right? The person who doesn't want to grow, who doesn't feel a need to grow, and is satisfied with 15, 20, 25,000, even 1 lakh, even 50,000, whatever it is. I don't work with those kind of people. It's very difficult, you know. I can work with them. I can still make them a massive action taker, but they are not my first priority. Because why to disturb a satisfied person, right? If that person is satisfied in a salary of 30,000, very good, very good. Enjoy karo. Maybe in few years your needs will become more. Then you will come in the second category.
Yes.
But if you're satisfied, very good. Congratulations. Very good. You're doing well. If you're not satisfied and if you have big dreams, then I work with those people, and all my messages, all my books, everything that I do, I'm doing for them. Now, why are they not able to take action? Now, suppose a person named Rakesh has a salary of say 40,000, right? Earning 30,000, 40,000, and he wants to reach to a level of 3 lakh rupees. Now, that person has to come out with certain ideas how to do it. Now that person says, yeah, I can do this. Now I'm thinking that I can make courses and sell them online. Other people are also doing lakhs. I can also do this. He opted for a course, very good course, online course. He took a course. He understood, all the videos were there. Everything was there. Okay, how to make an online course, how to make it, market it, how to do Facebook ads, everything. But did he make a course? Tell me. He did not. Why? Is his hunger not there? No. His hunger is there. He's hungry. But he's not able to do that because he's living on a someday island. Someday island is a place of mediocrity, Umesh. Someday is an island which will never let you achieve success. He's living on a someday island. Someday I will do that. Yes, definitely. Karma to hai. Someday I'll do that. And the pain is not extreme. You know, we take action only for two things, either to avoid pain or to gain pleasure.
Yes.
For that person, the pain is not big enough and the pleasure is also not big enough. There is a small desire.
Yeah.
Yes, this wishful thinking is there, but the pain is not big enough. Now, another contrary example. Let me give you about Rakesh only. What if I take a gun and I put it on Rakesh's, please pardon me if there is any Rakesh, but if I put it on Rakesh's wife's head or Rakesh's son's head, right? And say, I'll pull the trigger if you don't make that course by tomorrow. Do you think he'll make that course?
Of course he'll make. Of course.
I think Rakesh will make it in next 1 hour also.
Yeah.
Now, why will Rakesh make that course? Because the pain of losing the son or losing the relative or losing a friend is far greater than the pain of doing that course, making that course, going through that hustle. It's far greater. Hence, he'll do that. So all the time our evaluation system is in place. Pain is bigger, pleasure is bigger, pain is bigger, which pain is bigger. That evaluation system needs to come into the right zone, the zone of action. When that comes in the zone of action, when that gets conditioned in your body, in your nervous system, automatically you become a massive action taker.
Yes, yes. So what you said is absolutely right. I do come across this kind of people, but all they have is a dream. Now, to have that dream, they know that they like everybody know how to get six pack, but only few people will get a six pack.
Yes.
But something has to happen. Like something happened to you, a fire or something has started in you, and you started taking action. So what could be a moment for other, example, a person? What kind of pain that they should be aware? Like if they don't take action, what is that they are going to miss in
Yeah.
life in achieving anything. So people, first of all, people don't have the clarity of what they want to become. So that's where they actually miss the whole logic point of taking action.
Yes.
So in terms of having goals or having what they want to become, how important is having goals and how it's connected to taking action? So is there anything like most people have either goals but they don't still, like few people have goals but they still don't work, few people don't even have goals and they don't even work. So what could be the reason, like what should they do to get that fire started in them?
Okay, Umesh,
What
just
happened
to
to you?
clarify one point, we were not the only people who lost money in real estate at that time. That
Yeah,
builder was constructing 25,000 other houses also, and all of them lost money, right? 25,000 other people did. How many of them did you think got motivated and a fire was lit in their life? So the point is, in everyone's life, somewhere or the other, there is some pain. I could have also thought ki, yeah, theek hai, we lost money. My father is so responsible. He invested it in a wrong place. Right? I could have blamed my father. I could have blamed the government. I could have blamed the builder. I could have become a victim. Right? The world is so selfish. But what did
yeah,
I do? I, I, I could have also gone into that zone. Going into that zone in that time is very easy. In fact, I was midway into that also. I tried to enter that also, but it didn't work out. So the point here is to answer your first part of the question, that pain happens in everyone's life. There would be a pain in your life also. I can magnify that pain, but there would be some pain in your life also. The pain can be a very small pain which can be magnified. Like yesterday, one of my friends said ki, he's not earning well. He said ki he went to a market once, local market, and his boy said that I want this video game, PlayStation, and because he didn't have enough savings, he was not able to. So
yeah,
he said, Papa, all of my friends have a PlayStation. Why can't I buy? And he was just 7 years. The kid was only 7 years, so he couldn't even explain. Now let me ask you, Umesh, is that not a big enough pain? Tell me.
yes,
That's a big enough pain. It's a matter of only 20,000 rupees, but that's a big enough pain.
yes.
Can that pain start a fire in you?
It depends upon the person who takes.
Yes, but it can
Yeah,
potentially start the fire, right?
it should actually, yeah.
It can potentially, a lot of people will take inspiration from that pain only. Ki my boy asked me this small 20,000 thing, I couldn't even get that, and that was the day my life changed. That can be a great story, I'm telling you, right?
Yeah,
Now, so one is to start looking for such pains and to magnify them and start your fire with that. The second part of your question was about goals, right? Very good question. Now, I'll tell you a different perspective. Umesh, everyone has goals, whether they know it or not. A person who is in a job for 30,000, 40,000, 50,000 also has a goal. What is his goal? His goal is to stay comfortable. His goal is to stay, safe. His goal is to, come back at 6 o'clock and leave around 10 o'clock for the office. Right? Everyone has a goal. Humans can't live without a goal. So one is that goal, which we all have, which we are living,
yeah,
right? And the other goal is that the new way of goal setting, wherein you say ki, I want to earn 5 lakh rupees a month. I want to start a business. I want to write my book. I want to launch my courses. I want to start a factory, whatever, that kind of a goal. So we all have goals, or 99.9% will have goals. Only 0.1 won't have goals, जो कि अभी चाइल्ड है, बिल्कुल बच्चे हैं जिनका कोई गोल ही नहीं हो सकता. Otherwise everyone will have goal.
yeah.
We can't survive with a day without a goal. Now, does a person who doesn't have any clarity कि business क्या start करना है, उसके लिए क्या goal होना चाहिए? उसके लिए the goal can be to find a niche or find a way how that person can start a business. That can also be a goal. See, a goal shouldn't be always like to earn 5 lakh rupees. A goal can also be as simple as to search for potential business ideas which may work for me. You can start off with that goal also. So that should become a way of life. You can start talking to your friends. You can start talking to your family, your parents, your wife, your cousins, whoever. You can start making that phone call. That won't cost you a dime, but a goal can be there. So a starting point for any person who doesn't have clarity about anything is to start having more clarity. That can become a goal of life. Just type Google Pay, how to start a business. What are the top 100 businesses to start right now? Top business for a person who has no business idea. Top business ideas. Go to YouTube. Buy books, Kindle version, 100 rupees ki, 50 rupees ki book. You can start off somewhere. You can take action when you don't have any goal also as such.
Yeah.
Is it making sense?
Yes, yes. So yeah, what you said is correct. But like when the pain comes, I've seen people watching motivational
Yeah.
videos, or
Yeah.
there are so many motivational gurus out there.
Yes, there are.
But not everyone are able to produce results.
Yes.
Or just by listening motivational videos, they'll not get results. What is that message that you want to give to those people who are always looking for motivation?
Umesh, I must say that you have prepared a super questionnaire. You're asking such amazing questions. These questions are required today. These questions are applicable to 100% of my target audience also. Amazing question, brother. See, what is motivation? Let's define motivation first. What is motivation? Motivation is a state, is a feeling, is an emotion. Motivation is an emotion. I'll tell you a very strong story about myself, that how I was here and how I came here. You'll get motivated. But what is that motivation? That motivation is an emotion. Now, just like if you watch a food vlogging video wherein that person is eating butter chicken or a burger or shahi paneer, your mouth will start watering. But that's a very temporary phase. It will water only till the time you're seeing that or thinking about that. As soon as normal life will happen, that feeling will go. Or when you listen to a very romantic dialogue or a romantic poem, you start feeling romantic. When you see your wife's face, that romance goes away. Just kidding. Right? Similarly, what happens is, when you see a motivational video, your state, your emotion gets into, yes, it's possible. I can also do it. Aasan hai, main bhi kar sakta hu. It's possible. But then what happens? When you actually have to do the work, your state changes. Then motivational state goes and the actual state of worry comes.
Yeah.
The actual state of stress starts coming in. Right? You can only be in one state at a time. Either you can be motivated or you can be stressed. Either you can be grateful or you can be sad. Either you can be happy or you can be frustrated. You can't be happy and frustrated at the same time.
Yes.
So hence, when you are motivated, you are not working. When you are working, you are not motivated. Hence, motivation and working are not complementing each other. You can't work in a zone of motivation.
Wow. Yeah. Now I learned, like, motivation is emotion. I've never thought of that. Like, it's a kind of emotion, because I see people just spending a lot of time on motivation videos and do nothing.
It's like a drug, man. It's like a drug. I'm telling you, the drug after tobacco, after nicotine, after these medicines, sleeping pills and all, motivation is the new drug. I'm telling you, it's a drug. Because when you watch a thing and that person says, yeah, I was zero and from zero I became hero, that dopamine flow happens in your mind. That dopamine is that high drug. You say, oh my God, I will also be a billionaire tomorrow. Yeah, I will be on a mission to transform 1 crore lives tomorrow. It doesn't happen like this. You have to start it off with one. And the first person is you. That's the toughest part.
But don't you think that motivation will at least inspire them to become something like that, like what they want? Like, can I say that having motivation is a starting point, or something, it will help them to take some action? Like, Is there anything like that, or just a motivation is emotion? Like
Motivation is an
according to
emotion. Motivation is an emotion. Yes,
okay.
you need that emotion to start off with. I'll tell you the best thing that motivation does. The motivation motivational videos work only on one thing. It work on your belief system. I'm not saying your belief system completely transforms, but at least you start seeing the other side of the story also. Because when someone is saying I was nothing and from there I became big, and these are the strategies to become big, at least now you have a clear understanding कि ऐसा possible है, it's possible. So hence from impossible yesterday now it has become possible. You don't know how to do it for your own self, but at least आपका your belief system has started coming into the right way. Now if you want to be a good songwriter, will you listen to songs to begin with at least?
Yes.
Yes, you will always do that. You will at least listen to songs. Then only your interest will start coming in songs. And then you will think, can I also write songs? But Umesh, my second question is, can you write amazing songs only by listening to songs and without writing?
No.
That is what people are doing these days.
Yeah. Yeah. Good. So yeah, again, people start taking action.
Yes.
In the middle, they'll get some obstacles and go back to they'll I've seen a lot of people. This is not with me. Maybe I'm not right fit for this. Something that they leave their goals and go back to the comfort zone. What is that message that you want to give as a book author of Massive Action Taker? Why would people leave that in the middle, and what things are they doing wrong, and why you should what is the thing they should avoid to go further and achieving the dreams? Like I've seen many people getting dropped off their dreams in the middle because maybe they are feeling uncomfortable or something. What is that message that you want to give?
The message that I want to give to them is that, hi guys, I was just like you. Let me share a small story. I used to feel very embarrassed sharing this story and thinking also about this story. But this is a true story. When I did my first webinar, Umesh, you know how many people came? Two people. Two people.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. When I did my second webinar, you know how many people came? 35.
35.
35 people. You know
Okay,
how
good.
many people bought my course? 8 people.
Good.
That's
Yeah.
a good thing, right? For second webinar, 35 people coming, 8 people buying your course. I was like on cloud 9, man. Those were recorded courses. Every course was around 4-5,000 rupees. I made 30-40,000 rupees while being in the job, and I was like on cloud 9 ki bhaiya, a new king is born. Can you
Yeah.
understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
at next level. I did a webinar again. 12 people came.
Yeah. Even I did a webinar. It was totally flop. Like there was no internet connection. I was only talking for 50 minutes, and people were messaging me. Dude, like check your internet connection. You got your screen got freeze. I was just doing it. And I don't. Didn't matter how many people came or whether they're listening or not. I was just doing on delivering. Oh, that was embarrassment for me. Like everyone.
We
Like
need
as
that
a
actually.
master was once a disaster.
Yes, exactly. But let me tell you the fun part now. In the third webinar, 12 people came. No one bought my course.
Okay.
No one bought my course. And you know what happened to me? I was like, my God, it was just a fluke. The first time when 8 people bought, it was just a fluke. Maybe I'm not worth it. Maybe I'm a loser. I went into that mode.
Yeah.
Right? And I went into that mode and I did not do any webinar for next 3 months, man.
Yeah.
I
I
did
can
not do it.
understand.
I quit. I was like, my God, it's not for me.
Yeah.
Means it's not something which other people are doing and they're doing wrong. No. I have been through that phase myself, and we all have been through. We start off something, but with a single disappointment, with a single failure, whether however small it is, we start telling ourselves story. We start telling ourselves that we can't do it. It was just a fluke. It's not possible for us anymore. Now maybe things are not working out, and we quit. I did that. But you know what? That was the biggest lesson of my life. I treat that as a lesson, not
Yes.
only for myself, for others also. I always share these losses that I had, the mistakes that I did, the vulnerabilities that I had with others, because, learn from my miserable failures. I lost those 3 months, those 3 precious months. I lost that momentum, and it took a lot of time for me to get back into momentum and to start believing myself again. Those 8 students, I left them at that time. I gave them the course. I was not following up with them because I was just running away. My God, I was not taking responsibility of life. But that was the biggest thing, the biggest learning of my life. I learned it the hard way. I was embarrassed at that time, but I made it up to them. I have made it up to them. I have now understood from that small failure that how we tell ourselves false stories and fall into the trap of mediocrity and
Yeah.
quit working on our goals. But Umesh, we can always bounce back. We can
Yeah,
always start from today.
I can relate to that because everyone goes to that low self mode. So it happens in the life. But the thing is, how you come back, how fast you come back is that does matter. Whether you go back, stick there, telling all the lies to yourself, I'm not good. That won't work. So yeah, I can relate to that because when I go down or low self, when I go to that, I'll just enjoy that period because I know I'll come back.
Yes.
That happened multiple times for me. And the problem is people will just stick to that, believe that, okay, I tried, I failed,
Yes.
therefore I am this.
Yes.
And I do remember, I think it's Tony Robbins quote: people overestimate what they can achieve in
Yeah.
1 year than
Yes.
what they can do in a lifetime or 10 years, right? That has really have profound effect on me. Like, people think that they can do a lot of things in a 1 year, and they don't understand that it's a journey.
Yes. It's a journey.
Yeah.
Definitely. I was talking to a person. That person said that I wanted to earn 1 crore rupees, 100 crore rupees, sorry, in 1 year. 100 crore rupees in 1 year. How much was he earning? That person was earning zero. The 1 year goal was 100 crore rupees.
Yeah.
And we were in March end. I asked that person, how much have you earned up till now? That person said zero. And I was like, come on, man. 100 crores in 1 year means 8.33 crores per month. That means 3 months have passed. Show me 25 crores. That person had zero. मैंने बोला ठीक है, fine. Show me 9 crore rupees plan for the next month, because then you need to earn 9 crores per month for the remaining 9 months, right? Sorry, 11 crore per month, right? You have to earn 11 crore per month for the next 9 months. No plan. Don't bully me, that person said. My God, how can you start thinking about 100 crore rupees when you are at zero? Start off with 10,000. What's the harm in that? Start off with 50,000. What's the harm in that? The motivation industry has really screwed up people's mind, I'm telling you,
Yeah.
Umesh. If your goal, what is going in the market nowadays, if your goal is not to help 1 million people, you are worthless. So you will see everywhere people are saying, my goal, my mission is to help this many million people, this many million people, this many thousand people. All the time they are saying this. Why can't you help 10 people? Because one step at a time will only work. You can't reach to 100 people, 500 people, 10,000 people in one go. You have to start off with one. And because they have such a big goal, they don't start off with one. That's the reason they are not able to take action.
Yeah, that's what, like, having a vision of like how much they want to help. Like 1 million is good, but everyone has to start with 1 or 0.
Yes.
And because of that, they think, okay, this is not the right time because I want to have, like, let me ask you this one. So people wait for the perfect moment.
Yes.
Perfect time.
Yes.
And I don't know, like, they don't do anything.
Yes.
So have you come across this kind of people? What kind of message you
Oh yes. Oh,
100%.
100%.
Have you any suggestion, any perfect time to start?
100%, man. Amazing. 100%. I totally agree. And that perfect time is when they are lying in their grave. Sorry to use that word, but that's the truth. The perfect time is only when they're lying in their grave. There is no other perfect time, because at that time there is peace. There is no competition in the market, right? You are in the grave. No one is there in your
Yeah.
market. There is no competition. You can market yourself as much as you want. No one will reject you because you are alone in the grave. The perfect time is there in the grave only. If you are waiting for the perfect time will come then. Otherwise, start right now. Start today. Start at this very moment. If you will say, I will do it tomorrow, and tomorrow never comes. Today, what is today? Today is also the tomorrow of yesterday. I promised myself I will write 25 pages
Yeah.
tomorrow. But what happened? Today came. Now I had to write actually 25 pages. And I said, oh shit, right now also I don't feel like. Good ideas are not coming. So I'll do it tomorrow again. But what will happen tomorrow? Will the climate change? Will my thinking change? Will grow a third arm? Nothing will happen. I will grow weaker only. And then what will happen? I will say I will do it next month. But what will happen in May? What will happen in 2021? What will happen in 2030? Nothing is going to change. If you have to start, you have to start today, and your first version is always better than version number none, right? Make it bad, make it look ugly, but do it, because that is the only way you do. The first videos that I do, I'll share it with you sometimes, man. I was so bad. I was ashamed of myself that I made such videos. But that is how I started off. That's the only way we start. Make it bad. Other people will get inspired that this person is so bad, still he is doing. You will motivate them to take action also. That if this person who is so bad can do it, we can also do it. And then they'll see your journey, your improvements. They'll get connected to you because you were bad and you have improved. So I always believe that your trajectory should be this, from here to here. Your trajectory should always be this. If you'll start from here, the only way you can go down is here. If you'll start from here, then the only way is up. So which one is better? You have to decide whether you want to go from up to down or from down to up. I think down to up is much better always.
Yeah. So I've seen also people who fear, what if something gonna happen? What would my family say? What would my parents say? What would my friends say? And I've seen people, these are the biggest blocker for them, and this is they put the blinders on their eyes, and they see that the fear of failure, fear of something might think some way. So what is that message? Like, why do people fear, even though they have skills, they have experience, they have knowledge to take actions?
See, fear is good thing. Fear is not a bad thing, first of all, right? Our society has said fear is bad. Fight your fears. This, that. No, fear is a good thing. The only reason we human beings are alive is because of our fear. Umesh, have you ever felt in your life that you don't want to live and you want to die? You want to kill yourself? When I was young, when my parents used to scold me, when my mother used to slap me, I used to feel that life is full of shit. I should die. But why did not I die? Because I was afraid to jump off the balcony. It all happened with everyone.
Yeah.
We were afraid to cut off our this. That's why
Yes,
we did
yes.
not commit suicide.
Yes.
Otherwise, if there would have been no fear, we would all have been dead. The human race would have finished. Why do we see left, right, left, and then cross our road? Why? Because we fear. So fear is not a bad thing. Fear is a good thing.
Okay.
But there are two kinds of fears. One is the survival fear, which is a good thing, which you need to respect, the survival fear. The other is your conditioned fear,
Okay.
which is a bad thing, right? So now the conditioned fear is like fear of rejection,
Hmm.
fear of criticism, fear of embarrassment. Have you ever seen a person die because that person conducted a webinar? Have you ever seen a person die or break a backbone because that person delivered a keynote speech unprepared? No.
No.
Then why are we fearing that thing? What's the fear about? What is going to happen? Will people say he's a loser? Will people say he is not prepared enough? He's not good enough? Yes, that might happen. But brother, today no one knows you. If people call me loser, at least they know me. If tomorrow I'll be big, they said he was a loser, now see himself. If no one knows you, if you are sitting and hiding your face like this, then what's the fun? Who loves you? You're doing it all for your love, right? You don't want to be unloved. You don't want to lose love. That's why you are fearing, right? That what will people say? But if you're not there, you're not out there, you're not putting in your content, then anyways people don't love you. They don't know you. You're no one for them. No one is talking about you.
Yeah.
Right? When I always give this example. Do you know Mr. Amrish Puri? Yeah. He used to play always the bad guy.
Yes.
He was never loved. He was never respected. Do you know Ranjit? He always used to be a villain in Bollywood movies, Hindi movies.
Okay.
And he was a rapist kind of a guy.
Yeah.
So now his image was not that of a positive person, but at least he was making money. He was making an impact. He was following his passion of acting. He was doing a good job of being a rapist in the movie, of playing a bad guy. He was putting out content. He was not loved. He was hated. But the point is, why are you waiting for someone else to give you a validation and give you love? Give yourself love, yeah.
Yeah.
Beautiful, man. You're part of God. You and me are both children of God. Why this ego? Why this fear of not getting that love? Trust me, people will love you for your imperfections. They will hate you for your perfections. So
yeah, I can
your imperfect content.
Yeah, for me, even when I was doing videos, people didn't understand what I'm doing. I even if no one watches, I'll watch my video. So that's why I keep on putting the video. Yeah, of course, that's why I was at least help few people with my videos. So at one point of time, my friends actually tried to make fun of me by casting that video, showing my YouTube channel and everything. But when they listen my message, what I'm doing, yeah, they're really inspired. They appreciate it. What you're doing is great. And when you put the message in the out market, then people will know your value. So I don't think, yeah, but what you said is correct. So fear is that you have explained beautifully that condition fear and survival fear.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what, like, people need to not to take worry about what other people think. Everyone is occupied with their own problems.
And really, Umesh, just to add to this point, fear is always there. You know. Now, when I wrote my first book, I was shit scared. I was fearful. Like hell. But now, when I'm writing my second book, has the fear gone? The fear is multifold this time. The second book is even scarier. New kind of fear which I never thought would come have started coming in. But that's life, man. When I write my third book, do you think I'll escape fear? No. Recently, I was having a conversation with a guy. He said that he's also a coach and a very good keynote speaker. He said that every time that he goes in front of a new audience to deliver a speech, and he knows the content, he has delivered it hundreds of times. But every time when he goes to speak in front of a new audience, he has those butterflies and fearful moments before the speech starts. But what should he do? Should he just run away? Should he just avoid? It's part. Just face it. Just dance with your fear and give the content. Within 2 minutes, the fear will run away. That's the only way.
Yeah, start is the important thing. That's what everyone needs. And yeah, you're beautifully explained. So, unfortunately, I didn't yet read your book, but I can really understand what is all about massive action. So what is that message that you want to give to audience, like anyone who's struggling, either it can be financially in a relationship or emotionally, what is the message that you want to give to this, especially, I don't know, your audience are Indian people or any
Mostly
other people,
Indians, man. Mostly
every,
Indians. Mostly
yeah,
Indians.
yeah, but these Indians are like they are more into attracted to motivational speakers, unfortunately. And but what is the message that you want to give for people who want to become what they want?
See, my message to them is, irrespective of where you have come from, what has been your background, what you have been doing up till now, what has been your limitations, whatever problems you have faced up till now, if you decide today, you want something, maybe a good health, maybe good relationship, maybe a good business. If you decide today and commit to it and start taking action from today onwards and gradually increase and stay committed, you can achieve anything in life. That is the only way. You have to today decide and start taking action. That decision and action have to be congruent. It doesn't matter what has been your past, because I truly believe where you are sitting right now in this very moment, in this very moment, this moment is powerful. And you are sitting here because of a reason, Umesh. I am sitting here because of a reason. I'm telling you, all our viewers who are watching this, they are sitting in this very moment for a reason. And life always happens for us, not to us. So the past mistakes, the past failures, the past procrastination, the past, learnings that we had, it was for this moment to come. Can we change this in this very moment, Umesh? The answer is yes. Let's change it. Let's change it for our family. Let's change it for our God. Let's change it for uh, everything that matters. Let's change it for the universe that has given us such a beautiful heart, which beats 1 lakh times in a day. It never procrastinates. Let's give it back. Let's give it back to the society, because we have been very fortunate. If our heart can beat 1 lakh times in a day without a pacemaker, I'm telling you, we are very fortunate. We need to give back to this universe, because we did not do anything to deserve this heart. What did you do, Umesh, to deserve your heart? What did I do to deserve this heart? It was given to us as a gift, right? Now it's time to give back to the universe, who was so abundant to give us this life. Because Gary Vee always says that, I love his thing, that it was a probability of 1:400 trillion that we were born.
Yes.
A probability of 1:400 trillion with a T that we are born. If we are born, we are lucky automatically. Let's start taking action from today, and let's start living our destiny.
Yeah, that was a great message. So, Akash, let's say like if a person who wants to take action in life wants to connect with you, is there any way, how can they connect with you?
Yes, they can send me an email. Personally, my personal email ID is akash@massiveaction.in. I'm going to send it to you. You can put it in the
Yeah.
description. And they can connect with me on Facebook or LinkedIn. I'm very active on Facebook and LinkedIn. They can connect with me. They can just type Massive Action Taker. My name will come up. They can just go to my website, massiveaction.in. They can just, find me anywhere. If they are hungry enough, they are going to find me. I'm there. I'm out there looking to help them. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's great. And people like you are most needed in India, especially during this time, especially with the crisis time, to help the people to take massive action. That's where we can see new India, rather than I see people just committing suicides for silly reasons. And that you are, people like you are most needed.
They are misusing fear.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's it. Thanks for joining and taking your time, and helping me and my audience to understand what it is all about taking action and achieving goals. So yeah, thanks again. Thanks for joining me.
Thank you, Umesh. It was a pleasure and loved your questions. Loved the energy that we exchanged. It was a very good 45 minutes of my life. Thank you so much for inviting me.
Thank you. I'll just end this.